Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, has died. Warner drowned off the coast of Costa Rica yesterday while on a family vacation. Police in Costa Rica say Warner was caught by a high current in the water. Malcolm Jamal Warner starred in all 8 seasons of The Cosby Show as Theo Huxtable. He won an Emmy for his role as the only son of Bill Cosby's character, Cliff Huxtable. I spoke to Bill Cosby, of course, a longtime Montgomery County resident right here in the Delaware Valley. He remembered his young co-star with fondness.
And yet Malcolm Jamal Warner was still able to give life to the character you had in mind?
Very much so. Very, very much so. Malcolm, you could depend on Malcolm always going to the shelter to learn his lines, to gather his character, to come out and be ready. When news came, it was shocking, and of course my thoughts went straight to his.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys go download Boss Talk 101.app right now. Bill Cosby speaks out. Of course, you know, a lot of people are reacting to Malcolm Jamal Warner's death, and rightfully so, man. Just a sad situation. A family man, a stand-up guy, somebody who basically, when I think about the times when he was basically doing all his acting roles, it was just something, a treat. As a young man coming up, seeing a brother up in my likeness, doing the things that, you know, that make us feel like there's a reason to push forward, there's a reason to go on. Bill Cosby's show, The Cosby Show was one of the most phenomenal shows to uplift the black culture, whether people want to admit it or not. They of course, like everybody else, Bill has had his ups and downs and throughs at the end of his career. Like it's a cycle, a vicious cycle that's going through America right now when it comes down to all of the forerunners for entrepreneurship when it comes to people that look like us. I'll just keep it light. But Malcolm was one that I really respected and was impressed with. I hate this happened, but to hear Bill speak out was big for me because Bill hadn't been speaking lately. Hadn't said anything, kind of keep to himself after all the stuff he'd been through. You really don't hear him say nothing, and Bill's gotten up in age as well. So when you look at Malcolm Jamal Warner, when you look at all of these different people, you know, that knew Malcolm Jamal Warner, like the Eddie Griffins and all of them, man, he just had a phenomenal life, man, and one would wish to have a life like he had. Like I said, we both was on vacation at the same time. I did say in my earlier interview when I was at the, let me just first of all say, man, Jamaica was great. We had a dope time. I don't want y'all to take misconception. I was frustrated with the audio and the way they was talking in the background, but I love Jamaica and I'm married to Miss Jamaica. But at any rate, just had to get here and just give you really the heartfelt spiel that I have for a man, you know, like I said, with his family out on vacation at the same time as me. And for this to happen the way it did was just, it was crushing. But again, like I said, being out there, man, you gotta be careful when you're dealing with waves. It don't matter how good you can swim. I can swim. I got in the pool a little bit. I can number the times that I got in that ocean in the pool, and it's just something you got to be very careful on, man. And I've lost so many friends to drownings, different people, that my loved ones, and so I know that it's not a game. It's nothing to play with, and that's why I said what I said about not being too adventurous. And at 54, you're not 24, and if a tidal wave hits you at 54, it might not took you out at 24. That's all I was saying, guys. But that by no means would I ever disrespect Malcolm Jamal Warner and him being out on vacation, because it could have very well been me and my family. I had my children with me. We out on vacation. Something could have went wrong in any kind of way when you're out there dealing with that ocean, man. I'm just telling you. But guys, Bill stepped up and spoke out like I really knew he would. And I still, have a lot of respect for what he done to uplift the black community. And for him to be the age he is and still to be able to be precise and remembering the things that he remembered, guys, that's a blessing in itself. Shout out to Bill Cosby. This here, like I said, it shocked us today. It shocked everybody. The internet went wild behind this. But you need to have your house in order, guys. If you feel like, if you don't get nothing else from what I tell you, your day coming just like Malcolm's came. And you need to have your house in order. Did you pray before you went to sleep tonight or go to sleep tonight? Me and my family, we prayed before we leave the house. We prayed when we was in the hotel. We prayed when we got back to home. Prayer is so important when you're trying to have faith enough to push through. And even if you don't, you still had a word with God in unity. And that's all I be saying, man. That's all. I don't want y'all to think that I'm trying to pressure you into doing nothing, but God been real to me and God been real to my family all these years. So I gotta say that. But again, I'm very, very blown away by what happened with Malcolm. And I wanted to speak on the fact that Bill Cosby stepped up. Bill Cosby said something. A lot of his friends have said stuff, but Bill was important to me because he knew him as a youth and he's seen him grow up, and I know he was proud to see what he became. And I think that's something we all should have in our corner, somebody with the gray that say, hey man, I seen you when you started and I see you where you're at now, and I love the fact that you're a family man and that you're taking care of your business. This is a tough time, I don't know. Like I said, didn't really have a lot to say. Just wanted to say a little bit to say, man, if you got your loved ones, as I told you when Kobe died, when I first took off with the podcast, if you got your loved one with you tonight, your father, take this as a lesson to be learned. Go hug your father, hug your mother. Stay closer to your people that you love. Just do that for me. Getting out of this house and praying and watching what's going on has been a hell of a situation when it comes down to the people that follow the channel and all of that stuff. I gotta let you know, without God, none of this stuff wouldn't be possible. So I appreciate everybody for watching the show. But times like these, it hit home because me and him, around the same age, and it's just something that make you feel like, damn, man, like we blessed. If you're still here and your family's in the room sleep like mine, or on the phones, or at their homes, my children are homeowners. Man, thank God for what God has showed you and done for you. I know y'all want me to get off my God box because a lot of y'all hell raisers be like, man, Evie tripping, man, that God stuff. But man, when you lose somebody, man, that man had a little daughter and he had a wife. Say, man, come on, man. If y'all don't feel nothing on this one, you got to be out your mind. But man, I had to step back in there and say, man, kudos to Bill Cosby for stepping up, saying something in remembrance of Malcolm Jamal Warner. And I just want to say, y'all, man, make sure you guys keep God first. Like, subscribe to this channel. And guess what, guys? Also, download bosstalk101.app. Your shirt's on the way. If you've already done it, this month of July is going to be crazy. I want everybody to send me pictures back once they get their shirt. Once you sign up, pay the $7.99. That's when you get the shirt shipped to you. And we're gonna ball out. It's gonna be on the app where you can see your picture. We're gonna post it. We're gonna show love, show that you sharing money back into the people that really you watch and respect. Thank you guys for watching. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.